odd. Everybody seems to be-
Ken coming?
Morning.
No.
He's not. I saw him yesterday. Where he?
Huh?
I saw him yesterday. Slacker.
He
caught a cold.
had plans not to be here the way I.
All right, it is 9 o'clock. We're going to call the Board of Public Works meeting to order. Begin with the minutes from the last meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the April 27th.
I'll second that. There's been a motion and a second to approve the minutes as submitted. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Any amendments to the agenda today?
Unless you want to add Steve and Jackson, let's see, regarding a 5K.
The date of that?
Trail.
What's the date of that 5K?
The date?
Yep.
30th.
Of May.
Okay.
They did, they didn't, because they're not closing down the street, but they were gonna go get with the police department.
Okay.
I just talked to him just a few
Okay.
minutes ago. They were gonna talk to the police department, but didn't know who to talk to because
Okay.
of the chiefs. And so I don't know if the route or how we want to do that.
Yeah, so now that we have a police chief appointed, can I direct you to them to have those conversations and then we can go through the formality of approval or awareness to the Board of Works at the next Board of Works meeting?
It's whatever works for you guys.
I think I would feel as a Board of Works member more confident if you had a conversation with PD, so then we don't have any questions as far as, safety or,
It's pretty much the same as it was when we did that.
so that,
other one, but
That's what I figured.
I think that I agree with you that
Okay.
the conversation should occur.
yeah, okay.
first.
Yeah, if we're not closing down any roads, then
No.
I don't know what value I could add.
Well, let's play on that then. I'll put you in contact, new police chief, and then next time it can be more of a formality, but more informational for us
And
moving
what is
forward.
your next one?
2 weeks from today is the 25th.
Yeah, that's still a week ahead of.
Yep.
That's a hope.
Hang on.
Yeah,
It'd be the day after.
Tuesday the
Yeah,
26th.
26th.
26.
Yep.
Do you, I don't know, Jackson, will you be in school or,
I'm in summer break on time.
okay.
Perfect. Okay. So we'll move on with the agenda. No items in our order, new business. We'll begin with departmental business, cemetery and park. Diana. Good morning.
For the cemetery, we had 2 burials, 2 cremations, and 2 lots sold for $2,400. Still waiting on completion of the sign. It was damaged by the wind. Should be out this week.
Questions regarding cemetery?
For the Parks Department, we have had, as usual, like every year, plumbing repairs to the park, bathrooms, South Street bathrooms, pool, and the pump house. Everything's been repaired but one item at the pool that is scheduled for repair tomorrow. No golf carts have signs been placed at the trail. Not gotten the greatest positive feedback on that. Concrete slab has been poured and the new ADA table has been placed south of the gazebo. That's completed. The recycle center has donated 2 children's tables and adult tables, so I took the 2 children's tables and put them at the splash pad where the covers would be, because there's always kids sitting there that would be, so I'll put those there. The concrete in the splash pad has been repaired. They're still working on the finishing touches, I guess. Ball Diamond's work was slowed due to the weather. However, the water supply line has been installed by the utilities, and that is right beside the storage building out there. The trail was cut last week for drainage line, and they did fill it with stone temporarily fixed. I did speak with him this morning. They're still working on the drainage, probably for the rest of the week. So we don't have any rain. Getting bids for a paving project for Park Drive and parking areas, and discussed with this particular person the poor drainage that we have in a few areas of the park. Hopefully that could be addressed. Minor roof repairs were done at the park, caused from all the wind we've had, and our first concert is this Saturday. So pray for no rain.
Any questions for Diana this morning?
Okay.
No? Thanks, Diana. Next up, planning department. Morning, Tim.
Good morning. So far for this month of April, we had $4,700 in total permit costs. And then for the total year, it's at $72.35. Permits this month, we've gotten 3 fencing permits, 7 remodels. We're seeing a lot of remodel permits come through here recently. And then a lot of residents are upgrading their electrical as well. So we've got 4 electrical upgrade permits this past month. We did get 1 new home build for Mo Gonzalez. We've had 2 demolition permits, and we had 1 demolition from the previous month actually executed on 518 Vine Street. The only thing left is their foundation. They're still in the middle of doing that. And then Paige sent out a total of 7 grass letters, and then I had a total of 14 inspections last month. And then I did initially catch someone moved into a residency without a C of O. And they were fined $1,000 for that, for illegal use of land.
For Claritas certificate of occupancy.
Yeah, for failing to have the certificate of occupancy. Then Scott Reeser and I have been working together pretty good on better processes between permitting through TMU and the city. Making some good movement there. And then Paige has created the 7 brand new templates for code enforcement that kind of speed lines whenever we have to write letters. And then Dylan and I have been working together with Dylan with the street department. I've been working together for new ordinances, which is in the ordinance proposal packet. Any questions?
Any questions for Tim this morning? Okay. Thanks, Tim.
Yep.
Next up, street department. Dylan.
Well, it's been a busy morning, so I don't have my paperwork in front of me, but I can give you just a brief rundown. Last month, we ran regular trash, recycling, yard waste, sprayed weeds, hung banners, just our normal routine stuff. What I can tell you is we're paving the parking lot off of South Street, the park entrance. We're paving that today. East Jackson and Independence have been paved up to the intermediate layer. They should surface tomorrow. And then we'll start punch list items, walk through, making a punch list. I do have I've had some residents reach out about, sidewalk sidewalks that were damaged during construction, so we're gonna make sure those get fixed. West Street, I've had a conversation with the city engineer. We are in the process of getting that contract closed out. All the punch list items should be complete at this point. If you haven't noticed, Wilson has been repaved. That was complete, along with the block of Maple between Sycamore and North Street. That work is also done. Police and fire parking lot is done. They did have a water hole in the middle of their parking lot that I had Midwest come back, and that work is complete also. They came back and patched that, and so there shouldn't be any standing water there anymore. I think that's really about it. You guys have anything?
My bugaboo, can we spray for weeds soon for you?
So we've sprayed once already, but yes, we continue spraying. Unfortunately, with all the rain we've had, I try to at least spray before, a couple days before we get any rain. But yes,
The cones on Park Street, are those ours or the utilities?
Park Street.
Park Road, I mean, they're by the school entrance. I think there's a drainage inlet that they're trying to cover.
On mine.
Been there for 4 months probably.
Could they be NDOT?
Maybe.
Because none of that is ours anymore, right?
But the stormwater is.
Okay.
So I think it's trying to cover an opening in the stormwater.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. The county is still going to be doing Golf Course Road, Fairgrounds Road, and then the road behind the school. We will have to provide traffic control for that operation, but I don't have a date on when that work is going to take place.
Anything else for Dylan? Okay. Thanks, Dylan.
Yep.
I don't see Tipton Arts Commission here this morning. For my report, the Public Safety Building, it had a final walkthrough or a walkthrough as it works toward closing out that project. So substantial completion is estimated for the 15th this week. They have a punch list that they, as their walkthrough concluded last week, that they're working through. So we're near the point at which that project will be complete. Something for not really Board of Works, but council related to the holiday on the state's gas tax is going to have impacts on NVH funding receipts, revenues that we receive in. This is something that I've chatted with Tammy and Dylan about. What I'm going to try to clarify is I believe NVH does have a positive balance. So in the event that we do spend dollars on road improvement or maintenance, will that spending just spend down that cash balance if receipts continue at this point? I wouldn't be surprised if the gas tax continues to be in its holiday for the duration of the year. So that's something that we're keeping an eye on. It's going to have impacts to the city of Tipton, could have impacts as we forecast revenues into next year. And the last thing for me, over the weekend, we did announce that David Maddox had been appointed as the new police chief for the city of Tipton. It's more relevant for our next Board of Works meeting, but nonetheless, that announcement was made over the weekend. We'll be going through and getting a swearing-in ceremony scheduled for him as a formality piece of all that. That's it for me today.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Aye.
Motion and second to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.